Hey there, color enthusiasts! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of natural color making. Imagine a time before synthetic dyes and inks, when artists and the scribes relied on the bounty of nature to create their masterpieces. We're talking about turning flowers, leaves, and other natural resources into brilliant colors and inks. It's going to be a colorful journey through history, so let's get started. Long before we had Crayola and Pantone, ancient civilizations were already mastering the art of creating colors from the natural world. The earliest records of this practice can be traced back to ancient Egypt around 2500 BCE. Egyptians were known for their stunning blue and green pigments, derived from minerals like lapis lazuli and malachite. But they didn't stop there. They also used plants like indigo and saffron to create vibrant hues. In ancient China, around the same time, artisans were extracting dyes from plants such as the madder root to produce rich reds and the Chinese lacquer tree for deep blacks. By 1500 BCE, the art of making natural inks had evolved significantly. The Chinese developed a sophisticated method of creating ink sticks from soot and animal glue, a technique that would influence ink making for centuries. Moving to the Mediterranean, the ancient Greeks and Romans made their mark on the history of natural colors. The Greeks, around 500 BCE, were known for their use of purpura, a purple dye made from sea snails, which was highly prized and reserved for royalty. The Romans, ever the innovators, improved upon these methods and expanded the palette with colors like Kermes red, derived from the Kermes insect. Fast forward to the medieval period, and we find ourselves in the heart of Europe. Monks in monasteries were busy illuminating manuscripts with brilliant hues made from local plants and minerals. Woad, a plant that produces a blue dye, was particularly popular in medieval England. By the 12th century, the art of ink making had become a well-guarded secret among scribes. They combined natural ingredients like oak galls, gum arabic, and iron salts to create a lasting black ink known as iron gall ink. But it wasn't just Europe that was innovating. In the Americas, indigenous peoples were using native plants and minerals to create vibrant dyes. The Aztecs, for example, used cochineal insects to produce a brilliant red dye, a technique they perfected by the 15th century. This dye was so valued that it became a major export to Europe after the Spanish conquest. Now, let's talk about how you can create your own natural colors and inks at home. It's simpler than you might think. To make a basic natural dye, start with some flowers or leaves. Marigolds for yellow, red cabbage for purple, and spinach for green. Boil the plant material in water, strain it, and voila! You have a natural dye. For a natural ink, mix the dye with a binder like gum arabic and a preservative like vinegar. Adjust the consistency with water until you get the desired fluidity. For a fun project, try making your own iron gall ink. You'll need some oak galls, those round growths on oak trees, as well as iron sulfate, gum arabic, and water. Crush the oak galls, soak them in water for a few days, then add iron sulfate and gum arabic. The chemical reaction produces a dark, rich ink that has been used by artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Rembrandt. So, there you have it. A journey through the colorful history of natural dyes and inks, from ancient Egypt to your kitchen table. Next time you pick up a vibrant leaf or a pretty flower, remember that you're holding a piece of history. Give it a try and share your creations with us in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more colorful adventures. Until next time, stay creative and keep exploring. Oh,